Hello and welcome everybody to the Maine Sim Racing Series. We are here live at Martinsville Speedway. As you can see, I am not James today. We are short one James for this one. So we will be, myself and Jim will be the two giving you some wonderful short track, late model stock racing. Nothing more fun. Who does not, or sorry, super late model stock, not just late model, super late model stock. They wear a cape for this one. We are at, yes, like I said, Martinsville, the Half Mile of Mayhem, the Paperclip, the Augusta National of Racetracks, and mainly because he's not here, so he won't be able to bring it up. But one of the favorite racetrack tracks of the 2024 MX 500 race winner, James Parfitt. So have to give him his shout out early on and make sure he enjoys that. He is unfortunately unable to be with us today, but we will move forward.
Any of you that didn't know that, absolutely 500 winner.
So yeah, it was fantastic. It's his favorite thing to get to bring up, and
Just the fact that he endured 4 hours to win that thing.
Oh, so many safety cars. He was telling me all about it. So many safety cars. Yeah, so we will be stepping into qualifying currently. As you can see right now, times are starting to come in for the most part of most guys' second laps. You're looking at about high 18s, low 19s. The current true to sort of everything record here is Joey Logano in qualifying at a 18.898, and then in the fastest lap in the race is Ross Chastain in an 18.845. I believe that's actually his wall riding one, if I remember correctly. So that was part of that fun race. And iRacing, I don't think I've ever seen a company snap up changing something so it can't happen in iRacing as quickly as that is. They fixed that very fast. You cannot wall ride with this one. So unfortunately, I think it would be much more exciting.
That was single lap. I mean, the reaction of the drivers.
I'm more shocked. Like I said, I don't know how it worked, because that was always the biggest thing. Is it's like, yeah, you can't do that. That's a video game move. That would never work. And someone actually took the risk. I mean, to make it work, like just.
You hear what he said? He did it.
I did not.
He said he was going to drop the hammer, going and checkered flag or.
Yeah, going to it. Yeah, classic line.
Yeah, it was.
So we are approaching sort of the ending here of our qualifying. As you can see, we have Ware in first currently, as Rayleigh right behind him in green, Leif back again in third at this point in the proceedings. We're going to have one heat, though it does not look like it, as we have the 24 drivers here today instead of the 28 we would need. Technically, we have 25, but Chris does not race, as he is our race control. So we will have those numbers going forward. This is a points race. It's points race number 5, I believe. 6. Sorry, yeah, I looked at my thing the wrong direction. Points race number 6. Believe they still have the same row rulings. 17x, and you have a pass through under green. 23, a park it if you're the cause of 2 safety yellow safety cars, yellow flags, whatever you want to call them. Time for the next date. You're not having a good one, so we're gonna sit you down. So hopefully we don't have any issues that way. And Martinsville usually is pretty exciting. You get lots of good passing, good racing, and it's a little bit of a wider track, I find, for short track. Just gives you a little more space to maneuver around, but we will see how it goes.
Have the grid ready.
Because I believe it's, unless they're gonna try and run the heat, but I don't think so.
5 cars locked.
Yeah. Curious. Unless they decide to do a heat. So because normally it's top 20 make it in. They do a heat for the last last 8 positions. But if they're gonna run just these 5, I guess that'd be the way to go. If they do end up deciding to go that way, which I don't believe so, but if they do, so we'll have Brackett, Connolly, Jordan, Levitt, and like I said, Chris Fortier will not race. He is our race control, so we will see if they decide to throw this together or if it's going to move forward. Fortunately.
So I was here today, put down a few laps just how the track was. 5 laps. So I was struggling. I was just running I don't know if this racing. I was turning like
It is a fixed setup. Okay, the safety truck is moving. I don't see any actual cars on track, though. Yeah, I'm trying to figure out. The safety truck is moving. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, well, I think we got a little bit of everybody confused as they're trying to figure out what's the game plan.
messages.
Yeah. I'm very unsure. But we are green. We got.
Yeah, it even like
Okay, so skipping. It's got a thing that says skipping consolation, but we still have no cars on track, and the safety truck is into the pit lane, so we'll have to figure out the game plan here.
brought my car. Qualified.
Apparently, yeah, we could have hopped in, gone for a little rip around.
My dream
Yeah.
one day to commentate a race from the driver's seat.
We've
Second commentary from the driver's seat.
we've actually chatted about that, James and I, for doing like for fun races and stuff, or like all-star races that I know I've seen some teams or leagues kind of put on. We were going to do that for another league. They were going to do an all-star dirt race, and I was going to cast from the car while driving, and it was going to be interesting, but they ended up not having enough drivers for that day, so we just said, well, we'll just join in and have fun and not cast at all. So it was still a lot of fun.
Off time because
Yeah, I'm very curious what's the game plan here. Because yeah, it's showing every driver is out. So, but we have heard nothing so far. Oh, there we go. I believe we should be advancing right away here. I did get that little notification. Okay, so it has advanced to next section, so should be taking the next step. I guess while we wait, we can quickly chat about what we'll be driving on here at Martinsville. So, I don't want to say it's an old track, but it's been around since the mid 40s, late 40s, 1947. And wonderful 0.526 miles, and for those of us who do know the metric system, that's 0.847 kilometers. 4 turns, obviously. 0-degree banking on the 3-car of Israeli Sin goes right into the wall. 0 degrees on the straights and 12 degrees on the turn, so not super high banking. Nowhere near Daytona, but still lots of fun.
We've got a grid and everything.
Perfect. There you go. All right. So as you can see there on our starting grid, in first we do have Danny Ware. In second, Joey Israelis. In third was David Greenlee. Fourth, Adam Jocelyn. Fifth, Cole Watts. Sixth, we have Dustin Pickle. Seventh, we have Brian Conover. Matt Minko is in eighth. Cody Babar in ninth. Justin Gallo in 10th. Matthew Vinot in 11th. Dustin Staples in 12th. Then we have Rick Thompson Jr. in 13th, Ben Nile in 14th, Gabriel Ngoli in 15th, Tyler Jordan in 16th, Roy Sprague in 17th, Ed Connolly in 18th, Ryan Neal in 19th, Dan DeSanto 20th, Thomas Brackett in 21st, Tyler Connolly in the Connolly collection we have in 22nd, Arthur Jordan in 23rd, Nathan Levitt in 24th, and then I believe it should say, I was just going to say, yeah, we'll have Chris Fortier, but he will not be driving as he is our, he is our race control. We do have a couple of guys that will be dropping down as they have a start of EOL to start this race for some reason. I believe it's Dan DeSanto and Tyler Jordan, both given EOLs and starting at the back.
But I love Martin, and I love. I haven't done a ton in the super. A lot of stock stuff. Kind of race.
Yeah, they're lots of fun and fairly quick, lots of power, good to get in and out of corners and get right back up to speed. I find a little more racecraft compared to the next gen stuff, but that's just me.
Oh yeah, no. Old American racing, grassroots.
Exactly. Got to get that moonshine. As we head on through, we should be coming to. There's the safety car heading in, so we will be getting green right away. We're taking the start. See when he decides to go. And we are green, and Danny Ware gets a good start. A little bit of a checkup, and we already have the 4-car, and that is our first caution. About, what is that, 80 meters past the start-finish line?
Yeah.
If that, yeah, pretty close to. So it looked like a little bit of a checkup in that bottom lane behind Danny Ware as we got going, and unfortunately Corey Bubar just had nowhere to go. And a few cars going to be involved as we are going to
actually catch the past. There it is. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
84.
Yeah, the 84. Yeah, the 84 just run into. The 4 had nowhere to go. The 84 had even less where to go. It looked like the 24 actually ahead got himself a little stuck. With nowhere to really move. The 27 didn't really take off, so there's not a whole lot of space to go, and rather unfortunate start to this one. But that's NASCAR. Yeah, sometimes you get a good start, sometimes you don't.
There'll be a little of that at a place like Martinsville. You guys are pumped up to be here. Late model type stock cars. They're kind of Daytona type race. They get to race NASCAR.
Oh yeah, and I see what you mean. I just saw the Christmas tree on that car. Sorry, it threw me off. I was like, wait, what month are we in?
Yeah, no, he's got a nice looking Christmas livery on there. I guess he liked it so. Or he's like me, just 2 months to take it down.
Yeah, and you gotta. Yeah, I think I never even put one up. Makes it easier to not have to worry about taking it down at the end.
Make it a little easier.
Hilarious. Nice. But as you can see, so currently holding into P1, Joey Israelison, Danny Ware, unfortunately losing out on that start. But we do have, interestingly enough, the 86. I believe that's DeSanto. It's currently the 86 is currently at the front of this, which is interesting. Not sure what.
Past the pace car right here. I think they just got caught up with the pace car, picked all of them around the pace car. Taking an awful long time for that.
Yeah, I'm very curious.
They're showing Israelis and guys behind.
Oh, okay, there we go.
Oh, they're going.
Yeah, they're going right away. The pace car's off, so he unfortunately has got a little bit of a little ways to go to catch back up short. Thankfully, short track, only half a mile. And we will see where Israelising. Oh no, we are extending actually. Sorry, we will extend this for one more lap to allow DeSanto to catch up to the back of the field there. So
that would have been a mess though. But those guys weren't in line. And, as you said, it's a short track, but it's also meaning that it take much, and those guys could get lapped if they in for 10 laps right. That could have hung those guys out pretty bad.
Oh yeah, no, it would have been definitely not the best way to restart, but thankfully that was caught by race control, and we should be going green this time as the truck pulls back in, and Israelison will take over as the sort of pseudo safety car. And there he goes. Oh, gets a massive jump to anywhere. I really had no ability to adjust to that.
Massive jump right. Oh,
and he does take.
Cars back to the.
Yeah. Oh, the 4 car once again is gone around, and he is not having a day, or if he is, it's a bad one. Unfortunately, yeah, that's so that's caution number 2. We'll have to see what happened, but all I could find was yeah, unfortunately that 4 car once again not facing the right direction. It looks like the 43 just didn't get going. The 4 got hesitant or had to hesitate. Ends up going up high, runs into who that was. That was that the 84 that the 4 ran into there?
And that's the same.
Yeah.
Oh, it's gonna be the 70.
Oh, the 72. Oh, okay, so Ben Nile in that 72 car kind of makes contact with him, and unfortunately, that's I don't know if that'll be the end of his day, because that'll be his second caution. I mean, 9 laps in, and you're only already on your second caution started. Though I think the first one doesn't technically qualify as him having caused it, so.
Yes, and yeah, he's gone.
And he's gone. So, all right, well, unfortunate day for Corey Ubar.
I forgot, I've only done this series one time, and James asked me last minute. I completely forgot that was a. Just like that, man. We're two.
Oh, it looks like he's just towed to pits, because I think he's still in. It just showed him. I just saw him on the pit lane there, so he might just be towed as finally trying to get his car. Because I was gonna say that'd be kind of unfair for him. I mean, the first one was 100% not his fault. The second one was a little bit on his fault. But the first one definitely was not. He had nowhere to go, and unfortunate spot at that point.
They got race control.
Yeah, exactly. It's not just iRacing going, you know what? I don't like you today. So
I'll tell you what, it's been like a rash of these black flags lately. iRacing. People go.
Oh.
Every official I'm in that I'm running late, guys are getting black flag, entering the pits and.
Yeah, it's not always the best, but I will say. It looks like a few guys getting black flags cleared. It's not always the best, but
I mean they do.
Yeah, exactly. So we are going to be getting underway once again with Joey Israelison holding on to the current P1. As we will be coming and we will see when he goes, and he is gone. Once again, gets a great jump right off the line. Danny Ware. Unfortunately, looking as we're 3 wide, a little bit further back. Everyone looks like we have made it through. I spoke a little too soon. Checkups. Still no yellow. Still no, there it is. I was like, man, this is taking a while. And we are on our third caution in 13 laps.
Yeah.
It's going to be a long one.
Have we had a full green flag lap?
I don't think we've had a green flag lap
Oh,
yet.
21 got into the back end 70s round.
Yeah, and
Bumper cars after that.
oh, lots of bumping. Yeah, the 77 Dustin Staples there looks like he was kind of not driven over, but basically run over a little bit there. Is unfortunate time for him. Not what you want to start
21 was
the day.
outside, and
Oh, yeah, and just sent him up into the wall, and only so much you can do in these short tracks. So
yeah, no, it's been a tough race. Fun, but it's tough. It can get frustrating quick.
oh, I did a charity race on the weekend, on the second there, yeah, at Daytona, and it was a multi-class race on Daytona Oval. So it was an oval race, multi-class. We had Xfinity, trucks, and next-gen cars. That was fun. It was actually a blast, and they toned down the engines for the next gen and the Xfinity, so they're all pretty close to the trucks and stuff. So it made it a very interesting time. I lasted about 90 of the 100 laps before I got taken out completely, like blown up engine, all of the fun things. So it was really unfortunate because they had nothing to do with me. It was on the high line, low line. Guy got clipped, sent down right into me, which bounced me into a wall, back down the track, and it's like I'm standing on my brakes. I can't do anything once you're going 270 miles an hour, kilometers an hour.
That happens so fast. Like,
oh,
I love Martinsville. I love this kind of race. I love stock car. Pile on the, run it down in there. Tracks where you.
Oh, they're so much fun. I got to get more into oval racing. But it looks like we are actually going to be going to a single file restart now. I've seen enough of it. We're going single file, so. But yeah, Joy is really listening. I think that actually helps him a lot more. Now he doesn't have to worry about a car on his outside. He's going to get some massive jumps. See how that all ends up going. Dustin Pickle there in the 10 car. There's oh, then we've already got a pilot. Okay. Woo! So, lap 17, caution number 4. We're going for a record today. It looks like rather unfortunate. I didn't really see what happened. It looked like the cars just didn't go, and at all, and the guy just drove right into the back of Pickle there.
So many on the screen.
Yeah, everyone kind of goes, and Pickle couldn't go, and that'll cause them a problem.
Okay. So much for the single file taking care of that.
Did they have a must maintain 2 car lengths between the cars? Like,
we have to let them go one after the other out of the pit. Checking in.
I don't need that. Oh my goodness. Not off to a grand old start. What's that? That's 4 cautions already.
At least.
Yeah, 4 cautions, and not what you want to see. That's for sure.
There's a bunch of cars.
Yes.
How severe. They have a fast repair. Do they have 7 of them?
Yeah, you're gonna need many of those guys. I don't think they do have a fast repair in this one, I believe, and they only usually get like 1 set of tires at most. Unfortunately, I don't think there's a fast repair. As you can see, Dustin Pickle's still in the pit lane, so he's going to be there for a little bit. If I saw that correctly, I believe Matthew Venant is also in the pits. Dustin Staple is in the pits. Rick Thompson Jr. is in the pits. So lots of pit stops.
Unfortunate.
Yeah, not what you're wanting to see as you're only 19 laps in and looking at the lap times. I don't think we've our fastest lap so far is a 19.58. I think Joey Israelison managed to accomplish one lap um,
Heck,
before we had a caution.
I could have qualified with that lap.
I know, right?
Must be.
For some of these guys have a 22 seconds as like their fastest lap, and I'm sure the average is probably going to be about 60 seconds at this point. Because
Covering these guys for the last 2 weeks really made me realize how bad I need to late model modify. I don't do enough of that. Most oval track I do. I need to, definitely need style.
for sure, but it does look like we are actually back underway here as we get caught up on everything. So we are green, and Joey Israelison. Oh, good. Joey Israelison does get himself a nice little lead. We had a little bit of a checkup further back. It looked like the 58 car there of David Greenleaf. A little hesitation before getting going and almost connected with another car, but we managed to keep it clean. So we've now officially gone a full lap.
To trick the guys into thinking that we weren't green yet, so that maybe we could get a lap in.
Yeah, it looks like now, yeah, finally getting some fast laps down in the 1920s and 1908s and starting to go a little quicker. We can see the 77 there of Dustin Staples up on the inside of Corey Bubar as he's had himself a few incidents. 16 getting passed as well. I believe that 16 is... not 16, so... Oh, that's... No, sorry, that is Arthur Jordan, who was on the outside. Who is, he's not quite a lap down, but a few cars going right by as we see the 26 go a little wide, and then this little front group here has closed up quite well, so now you've got your top four real tight together. Israelison, you've got Ware up there, Adam Jocelyn, David Greenleaf, this tight little group. You're usually known for being up near the front, as they are quite fast, and if I'm them, as much as I want to be fast, I don't know if I want to be the fastest to getting to the lapped cars, because I think that's going to be a little dicey once you start hitting them.
Yeah, that's going to, well, interesting. At this point, these guys are just still at the point got to settle in. They haven't had a chance to at all.
It's been a little crazy as we are 28 laps into our 125 lap race, and we somehow though still, I think we've had about 3 laps at speed, so thankfully we're getting going now, which is good. Ooh, a little squirrely out of the 36 car there of Nathan Levitt, but he's able to keep it going. The 26 dropping like a rock as that group comes ripping up on the inside. Whoa, 36 going wide. I think that's on him. I think he was completely by himself, and unfortunately the 86 of Dan DeSanto connecting with him. I didn't see what happened, but it looked like he was at that point just by himself. The concrete monster just got a hold of him.
Overcooked it in there. So easy to do. Like I said, I got on here today. A couple of laps, trying to get it.
Yeah, it's like I said, the concrete monster. Once you hit the corner where all the concrete is, and for those, it's a 2-tone track, so it is asphalt and concrete. The corners, the lower section, that lighter gray is going to be more your concrete, and then asphalt sort of everywhere else. Just that he crossed over into it and just popped and came after his tires, flipped him around, solo spin.
I believe Martinsville first track to ever
do the double. Oh,
yeah. And the reason is because these stock cars, especially big, powerful E8 stock cars, NASCAR stuff, air in the corner. So they would concrete had some back to big NASCAR Cup race. Radiator. Apparently the best.
Yeah, the concrete. I mean, it is more durable. um, than asphalt for this, though. Sort of, it's funny because there obviously is a massive difference between asphalt and concrete in a lot of ways, and they both have their sort of pros and cons. I mean, you get more grip out of asphalt than you will concrete, but you get better and you get durability out of concrete than asphalt. However, you have less sort of overall ability to drive it on concrete, but it's gonna last longer, and you have less problems of changing temperature. So there's like so many
Right.
different things that it's like, well, which one's actually better? Well, it kind of depends. If
Oh,
you're in Canada, yeah, you're gonna want it to be more concrete or
well,
more
that's
asphalt. You can get away with.
actually say that is one. And asphalt up also by the
Mm-hmm. Where the truck has pulled in, we're gonna see if Israelison. I mean, where is as close to him as he can physically be? They are right, basically inside each other's bumpers. As Israelison gets off, he is underway. No problems with that restart so far, at least at the front. Nothing looks like it's gone off on further back, which is good. Uh, just kind of have to hope that nothing bad happens as we continue around. It looks like we've made it a lap, and everyone still
top.
pointed in the right direction. So we're good to go. As Israelison gets a great jump there. Yeah, Danny Ware, Adam Jocelyn, David Greenleaf all holding tough right now. Um, as we make our way around lap 35. 25, so slowly making our way through this one. Hoping to maneuver onwards and upwards. It looks like we do still have Dustin Pickle and Matthew Vinot in pit lane. Matthew Vinot, I believe, probably the only reason he's still in pit lane was that collision he had with the 86 after he spun. That's what is going to cause him to spend. Oh no, sorry, that was Nathan Levitt that spun. Nathan Vinet's been in for about 12 minutes now, so he's looking like he might not be coming back out, as he is now 17 laps behind. 18 laps behind. So he's probably done. Rick Thompson Jr. has just gone into the pits as well, but Israelison still holding up tough up front. Danny Ware about 2/10 of a second back. These guys are dueling it out in that nice 35. I'm trying to see what that logo was. I actually have no idea what that logo was. On the front of his car there. Very nice green though. I do like that green. It's bright green.
Yes.
See Jocelyn just a touch behind as well. Greenleaf now not necessarily falling off, but that 1 second back as Israelison seems to be just holding on to first place, doing what he did last week, get in front. So many less problems happen if you're in the lead.
He I haven't done enough of these races yet to figure out. I have noticed that Tyler Conley, I remember him from last. Oh, he's up 15 spots with all the action. Oh,
Yeah, we're getting a little spicy coming into the corner. Unfortunately, losing some, but we do have our 6th caution on lap 41. I believe that might be Ed Conley. Yeah. Here's it looks like carried a lot in and then just checked up kind of right in the apex, and fortunately there's about 4 cars coming behind him and they were not quite able to stop in time.
hit him there. After that,
Yeah, it looks like, yeah, he got that little bit of a bump, but able to continue going as we have, yes, like I said, 6th caution.
and I tell you what, I would not want to be. And there's
Yeah,
just so many guys that are involved in. And if this 2 incident out tough to be race good.
oh, I would not like it. Yeah, that's it's one of those things I always stay away from if I can. And it's doing our race control if we can avoid it. It's a lot of
I would,
work.
yeah, I have no.
No, I'm very okay without. I even just trying to like. I've done a lot of spotting, in oval racing for guys doing, especially during like the Daytona 500, um, spotting for buddies and stuff like that, and even just trying to do that's frustrating. There's just so much going on. You're trying to watch ahead of them, behind them, where they are, all at the same time, and it's just so much. Um,
Guys are gonna have to take fuel.
they will probably have to take fuel. I know not all of them have pit yet, but most of them will pit a little around halfway. I believe they get its normal fuel load, and they don't do any adjustments or anything like that. They do get, I believe, one set of tires in the pit lane, so most of them will kind of try and take them when they fuel. If it's if it's a yellow, or they'll come in late if they really won't think they can push their tires, but all sort of depends on their own strategies, which is kind of interesting. It looks like the safety car is in, so we are going to be going green right away. And Israeli Sync gets the jump. Ware gets a great jump as well, as he's actually didn't even miss a beat. They are right on. He's right on top of them as they make their way out of turn 2, heading into turn 3 and 4 here. And it looks like as we look down the grouping, not any problems so far, which is good. So we are away clean, which is always fantastic. And we have our top 16 still in the lead lap, so lots of guys still vying for a position. And with NASCAR, anything can happen. You can go from 16th to 1st and or another caution, as we have our 7th on lap 47. That's Arthur Jordan and Ryan Neal, I believe.
Put it out there on that seam.
I believe is that the 4 car? Man,
Yeah.
he's just having a bad day. Oh, poor.
Yeah, not his fault again. I mean, unfortunate, Wow.
Yeah, there's a couple. Looks like we got a few guys hopping into the pits right away here.
Lap mark certainly can run 75 laps. Yeah, this might be a good time to do it. Stay out of trouble, though. That's the thing. If you're just because you don't want to be caught back there and all that.
Yeah, and I mean with short track racing, obviously, much like sort of your, I don't want to say mid track, but your mid track races and your long tracks and stuff like that, your super speedways, the biggest thing you want to do obviously is have good positioning on the track, and you don't really want to throw it away for nothing. So we'll see what these guys up at the front end up doing. Is I think our first person who's pit in that first group is, or that front group, is Ben Nile, and he's currently in P7. He pit back on lap 9. We do have a few after that, but he's your first one of sort of the front section of this race, and it'll be interesting if they all try and come in around the same time, or if they.
Yeah, that seems a little early to me. Unless unless you can almost make it on 9 laps, and most of that was under caution. Of course, at this rate, you're going to need an oil change on the safety car. He's going to 500 miles.
Yeah. Yeah, he's definitely putting in work today. Got himself back out there, ready to go. I wonder who they got to drive it. I did see, what was it, Coda in 2023, I think. They had the Undertaker driving
Oh, no,
the
that's cool.
ceremonial safety car, which was cool. But the safety truck is in. We will be heading back under green right away. We'll see when Israelison goes. Oh, Ware tried to jump it and just mistimed. Israelison gets a huge lead because of it. Looks like he's about half a second up already. And actually on Jocelyn there, as Jocelyn is the guy currently holding on to P2. Ware has dropped into 12th as I believe he actually decided to pit. Yeah, he did on lap 48. So Ware into the pits. Israelison gets a great jump. As we can see, yeah, there's on Jocelyn right behind him. And by right behind him, almost a second back. Israelison just flying today. Doing his thing. Get out front. Don't look back. Take as much as you need to.
I remember last week now, different kind of track. That slinger is animal there, but he is insane with these starts, huh?
Yeah, oh yeah, he's phenomenal when it comes to these restarts. The biggest thing, I mean, obviously being in front, you kind of get to decide when you go, and you sort of play off of when you have gone in comparison to when you can go, and sort of adjust things as you're going. But it's definitely a smart move to, in these kind of tracks. Obviously, there's some tracks where the jump means nothing, like we spoke about Daytona, and
right.
If you get a big jump, it does nothing for you because the draft will eat you up in a second anyways. But places like this, I mean, getting a huge jump like that, why not? Why not go for it?
Yeah, no, I mean, at Daytona, it would actually might hurt you.
Yeah, exactly. It's a whole problem if you're trying to do anything like that here or at Daytona. But here, yeah, you're golden. You got nothing to worry about, which is always nice. Just take your spacing. He's got just about 9/10 of a second, so he's closing in on that full second. He's just nice, smooth, and fast. That's all you got to do.
Simple.
Yeah, only I could drive like that too. Man, ovals, I can't do short track. Just can't do it. Very good at them.
Definitely a different.
Yes, it gets a lot more interesting compared to your sort of even like the Milwaukee Mile or anything like that. It's definitely a very interesting once you start getting under that 1 mile.
Well, yeah, to me, it's the half mile, and in Bristol, it's half mile, but it's high bank, so it's like a half mile. Get these half mile flat tracks, that's when it changes. Above, like, guess what, Rockingham. Me, it's the flat track. Oh, like Martin.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's not. It is quite flat. I think it's 12 on the corner, so
yeah,
not too crazy. And then straight 0 on the straightaways on the front and back stretch. So yeah, it can definitely get pretty interesting, pretty scary if you're not used to it and haven't gotten comfortable with using your brakes and really putting those to good use, because then you end up sort of stuck fighting against what you would normally do with oval racing, which is typically just pin it and go. That might just also be how I drive, but we'll see.
Lap traffic already?
Yeah, we can see Joey Israelison making his way past lap traffic there. I believe that is, I think that was Cody. No, it was not Corey Bubar. I believe that was the 59 of Roy Sprague. As Israelison just having himself a fantastic race so far, no issues, and it's one of the beauties if you're leading, you're not in trouble, as he's gotten now over a second gap behind him. So any problems that occur are really going to only happen once he's trying to lap traffic here. So hopefully he can stay out of most of that trouble. Keep his way going. As you can see, we're on board here with David Greenleaf as he is trying to hunt down Jocelyn for that coveted P2. See up just ahead of them is really soon as they are starting to make their way up to I believe that's the 20th and 21st. Gabriel Gooley and Nathan Levitt, who they are about to sort of reach as they're trying to track them down. Israeli is a little bit of time, but getting close to them.
Yeah, they're closing in.
I believe it's just under 2 seconds now before they catch Nathan Levitt there. But Gabriel Julian's about 0.2 of a second ahead of him, so it will be very interesting watching them try and pass two guys around the same spot, because obviously it adds another layer of trickiness. Looks like actually Nathan Levitt was able to make his way past Gabriel Gooley, so I think Gabriel might have had a little bit of an incident because he dropped back real quick there. I think he just had a little bit of a problem coming out of one of the corners there. Other than I think his front end is a little twisted. He was involved in an incident earlier. As Joey Israelson does.
At this point, if you're not in the top three, you might have been involved in one.
Yeah. Pretty much, yeah. As we can see, Justin Gallo holding on down there. Rick Thompson Jr. in this little pack of 3. As I believe he is tucked in. Nice little spot there. Rick Thompson Jr. with Ed Connolly and Dustin Staples. That's
pack right there.
Yeah, he's got those two. So yeah, just ahead of his Ed Connolly. Actually, right behind him is Dan DeSanto, who is a lapped car. But then right behind Dan DeSanto there, you have Dustin Staples trying to catch up, but Ed Connolly right in front here. It's a nice little battle for, I believe that's for 11th between those two.
That's a nice little pack right there.
Yeah, that's a lot of fun. You got, you got the 15 in between the 12 and the 13, but then you got the 13 and the 14 right behind them, and you've got 11 right ahead of this. So as Thompson looks to make a move up on the inside, he does get inside, and once you kind of have inside leverage on these, it makes life so much easier, because it's just nice and easy, smooth pass to get through. If you're able to get the car alongside, I find with this track especially, a lot of passes are actually going to happen on exit more so than entry. Getting a good exit out of that corner just allows you to get that speed for the straightaway, and you can really hold on.
Yeah, and also people, losing traction in the turn, slide up a little. Nine car here. Yeah, asked him a couple times.
Yeah, Roy Sprague, he's had a rough day. I believe he's been involved in a few things, so he's a couple laps down now, but still in his little battle. He's got Ryan Neal not far off, who he's trying to chase down there, and then Dan DeSanto, they're they're on the same lap. Oh, we get another caution here though. That's Matt Mingo having an incident there. Oh.
Yeah, he had a little incident, all right. Had a little help.
Looks like he got hooked by the 36 there. I think that's Nathan Levitt. Getting all fancy on
No, maybe not. Let's not get carried away here. To try to go on board.
Yeah, we on board with Matt Mingo, as you can see. Just gets past him going into the corner. He has to kind of hold up. He's got the 11 ahead of him, and then just immediately spin around. So
Got the guy that winning.
yeah, all good, all
We'll
good.
work on
It
that
does
for
look
the
like
next time around.
there you go. It does look like everyone's sort of diving into the pits here now. Makes sense. Lap 80 of 125. Um, so out of all of this, I think Danny Ware is actually holding on to P1 now. Dustin Staples, Thomas Brackett, and Joey Israelson in P4. And Thomas Brackett's up 18 spots right now.
Nice.
Yeah, he's having himself a nice little day. He's quietly stayed out of trouble. Dustin Staples up 10 positions there as well. So a few big movers in the positive. A couple unfortunates on the negative side of things. I think Dustin Pickles is down 17, but I believe he is done. I think Nathan Levitt is down. He's actually up 3, but I believe it's, I think, his second caution that he caused. So unfortunately, that might be it. Does look like we're actually going to go back and try a double file start here. Interesting. All right,
Yeah,
so we'll see
well.
how this goes. We went green a bit, so we'll switch it on up.
No, I mean, I'm okay with that.
That 35 car. 77 gets a little spicy.
Opinion.
He's trying to jump him, but Danny, oh, no one went.
Oh,
and
my
that's going to
goodness.
cause
Oh, a
all
big
of the
wreck. Oh, yeah.
That's he waited until the
Oh!
very end, and
More action.
that caused, oh man, that is
Yeah, we got
unfortunate.
multiple crashes. Had the
Yeah, that was
initial crash that caution.
looked like Danny Ware just didn't want to go because Dustin Staples was trying to almost force him to move, and when he didn't, that caused everyone to.
That was a big backup. Yeah, that was really a kind of an accordion thing. Gosselin kind of got into the back of who had in front. He tried to jump to start.
Behind, yeah, he was behind Ware because he was in third at the time.
Watch Jocelyn. Car in front of him on the
83.
outside. Yeah, that's the outside car. Watch him. He didn't go, and Jocelyn spiked him, but that just stacked everybody up behind. Later, had some ahead of that in the turn.
Oh yeah, there was another problem.
That was.
Might have been Thomas Brackett. Maybe.
I believe it actually is going to be him right there. Yeah.
Yeah. The 31 there, Thomas Brackett.
31. No, who spun him though?
Oh, sorry.
They hooked him there.
31 there, unfortunately. So.
That's something.
Yeah, that looks like the 83 there of Jocelyn.
Oh, that was Jocelyn.
Yeah, it hooked him going into turn 1 and.
Matters.
And we have gone back to single file restarts.
Of course we have. It always takes me back to this. Learn these controls. Well, just
lots to learn, right?
Yeah, well,
it's one of those things. There's so many things you can do. It's an adventure. As
Just,
we are back under green, Danny Ware gets a nice little jump. He waited pretty much to the end. Staples actually gets almost left out to dry because of that. Israelson already moved up from P4 to start that last one. He's now up into P2 and on the hunt for Danny Ware as well. Scary. You
Oh,
got Israelis in.
20
Oh, we do have the
22.
22.
27, maybe.
Look like the 22, but I don't know.
He had 22 up there.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, I don't think we have a 22, but I'm sure there's someone who has a 22 as their car number, whether they're actually a 22 or not. Dustin Staples, I think. Dustin Staples, unfortunately, has himself another incident there. He just gets hooked by the 58. That's Greenleaf there, just kind of hooks his corner, left that inside lane open, and they went for it.
Greenleaf took a pounding on the front end of his car there. That's not be good for running up front. Throw up a little. Not that Arrow's a huge enough to not make it competitive as like Israel. Anywhere in those guys.
Yeah, that definitely can throw a monkey wrench into your game plans if your front end isn't exactly helping you with maintaining speed.
Back to was before fitted. And that's actually exception of Danny Ware, Jocelyn came from where we've had for.
Yeah, nice. I mean, he's only down, one spot. Adam Jocelyn up one spot, so they've just swapped.
Swapped around, yeah.
So we'll see how that continues as we're continuing on lap 91, our 10th caution there. And yeah, I think 19 is the record James and I have dealt with.
I'm in trouble, but I'm going to have to take my shoes off to keep counting.
If we hit 20, we're really in trouble.
Oh, no, I don't know what to do. I'll go over here.
Yeah, but lap only we've got about 33 laps left to go here. As we make our way closer, ever closer to that finish. We'll see if we're able to get away with under 20, under 15 cautions. So that's the goal at this point. As we are back under grade anywhere, doesn't get that great of a jump, and is really soon already looking to make a move. Not quite able to do it there, but it looks like he has the much better exit. Israelison, gets on the inside.
Oh! All right, I gotta give Israelison credit there. That's car control. Most of the guys, a lot of guys would have spun him right.
That was sketchy for a second, but we managed to keep it going. So that's
was sketchy, but he car control.
Both of them too. Danny Ware keeping it from coming all the way down onto him, and give him a nice little nudge, like, hey, get out of my space. But nothing too much to the point where it's going to cause a spin or anything like that. So good work on those two.
Camo driver suit.
It's not hunting season yet. It's a little early on that.
Hunting right now.
He is definitely on the hunt for Danny Ware. Which car number? Oh, right, it's Danny Ware. He's definitely on the hunt for Danny Ware there, as Jocelyn and Greenleaf also hunting down. You can see a little bit of damage on Greenleaf's front end, but doesn't seem to be affecting him too much.
Oh, I think literally he's been running right behind right there in that same pack all night long. He's kind of gotten up there. It's Cole Watts and crawled up into that pack. He gotten up in.
Yeah, it's funny. He crawled his way back up to P5, but he started P5. So he had a rough start, but he has made him way back up there, which is always good.
But, in the first half of that race, it was a 4-car pack that was separating every time we had a few laps.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
Now it seems to be got a 5-car pack up there. I tell you what, is Relison. My question is how long is he gonna be patient here before he decides to put a little bumper in there, bear out of the way? Got his
About
nose.
now.
Yeah, right.
So, oh, that's a
Oh, there it
bump.
was. Oh,
Oh, that's
that
going to send
wasn't.
Ware up into the wall.
I don't think that was his fault though. Ware hit. Oh, they called caution for that. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't
Okay.
think
So
that was his
caution.
fault. I think Ware hit the curb out the same time, and it looked like Israelison's up. I think curb caught Israelison. Israelison's and he's right on him. Watch him. He catches the curb here. See?
Yeah, I think it was that caused it the start, and then he kind of tried to correct it, and then he hits the curb, and unfortunately, I think that just sealed the deal on him maintaining that car there.
Awesome.
Ooh.
Israelison bumped him and got him down on the curb.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and then he kind of that curb sort of sends him straight up, and
I
I mean,
that's on Israelison. Sure, he didn't mean to do it there like that, but I think he probably was bumper to it.
yeah, it looked like I don't think it was like a hard
No, I think
thing.
he
It was
intended just to move him out of the way, but unfortunately, when he hit him, he was angled at that curbing, kind of sent him over that curbing, which launched his car.
yeah. So unfortunate, little bit of a racing incident.
Where did he?
Where I think he headed into the pits. Yeah. So he'll be in pit lane for a little while there. We'll see what comes of that, if anything. I know. Um,
Sure, that is.
I know it's a little bit of move down in front of him. Only so much you could do, but gotta be prepared for that. Unfortunately,
That was
short
just
track
that
racing.
was just one of those. He just had his car been not pointed, had the wheel not been turned towards the curbing. Fine, he.
Let's see how this continues. I believe we are going to be going back green right away here. Israelison gets himself a nice little jump there. I think I'm starting to realize how he does it. He kind of gets lets off and then goes, and everyone kind of starts to go and then realizes, and then he takes off on him. So it might be gamesmanship, we'll call it.
Not supposed to do, but
Yeah. Well, let's see what these guys end up doing. But he's now back in the. He's over second to clear of Jocelyn in P2. Greenleaf trying to hunt down Jocelyn as well. Watts up there. Mingo's nice and tight in that group as well. A little more snug as we make our way through. Lap 106 as we're on the final 19 laps to go. Getting in the closing stretch here. But yeah, it's really just kind of taking his paces, getting himself out front, and not having to worry about anything. And he's just gone, doing his own thing, not worrying about anybody. It's not bad. There's definitely worse problems.
he got a nice jump there, and now the problem is Jocelyn pulling.
Yeah.
When he's trying to hold Greenleaf off, he don't have time to worry about Jocelyn.
Yeah, that's always the hardest parts is you want to go after the guy ahead of you, but now you got a guy trying to get past you at the same time, so you got to be really tricky about how you do it and try and avoid allowing someone to get past you. So
Greenleaf
you gotta be smart.
putting the power down in the turns there. kind of sliding his rear end off the turns. That eventually catch up to. Oh, we got a caution here. Oh, it's at 50. Had all the had the rough even.
Yeah,
Greg.
that's looks like Sprague and Ryan Neal. Looks like those two came together a little bit. Just on the exit, it looks like Neal came just a little down out of the corner, trying to hold the middle lane, and fortunately Sprague was expecting him to go up, and they came together, and that's that.
It looks like both the cars are handling really bad. They're
Yeah.
switching all over the place, and either one of them, like they had control of the car there at all. Cars are handling rough one.
Yeah, the tire wear starting to play a factor for some of these guys that either took their tires early or are on later tires.
Handling issues. These tracks are hard to drive. I was struggling getting the power down. That for 20 laps on a back end sliding all over.
Oh yeah. These tires get eaten up pretty easily, and it does look like Ryan Neal actually still gets the wave around for him, so he'll get himself back up on the lead lap, which will be nice.
That's interesting. If you were involved in,
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know. Who knows? But that's. I always thought if you were involved in unless they deemed that Craig actually caused the caution, and Neal was just caught up in it.
Yeah, maybe that might be sort of the way it was explained, but yeah, we'll have to see, because that'll be something to keep an eye on. 'Cause that's yeah, like you said, yeah,
I thought that was
interesting.
that pretty much the standard rule. I don't think would have it any different. That standard rule. Going back double file here.
Oh, interesting. Okay, so with 12 laps to go, double file restart. See how this plays out. Yeah, it's done well so far. As we'll have Israelison and Jocelyn on the restart. Let's see who gets the jump. Israelison once again.
Lucky.
Just yeah.
I mean, that was just a flat out jump right there too. I wasn't.
Oh,
Happening in the back.
looks
Oh,
like,
I guess
yeah,
there
we got
was
another yellow. I'm not sure what though. I don't see any crash having happened, but yeah, I'm not sure. I see nothing that has gone on there.
Oh yeah.
All right.
Nothing showing up in timing. It's
Yeah, I didn't see a car go sideways. I don't know what happened.
back here and see if we can see anything.
Yeah, it looked like everyone kind of got through clean on that one. All right.
It's,
Yeah, no one jumped to the pits. Nothing happened. All right. Well, caution 13. With 9 laps to go.
I've already got one shoe off here.
Gonna run out of fingers and toes. And...
Oh yeah. Wouldn't for that hunting accident, I'd have 20. But
looks like the 11 car of Tyler Connolly is going to get himself a wave around. He's still going to be a couple laps down, but hey, it's up a little bit more.
Running good earlier too. Worked his way on the top 5 and shots or something.
Yeah, he was having a good one.
He what?
See what happens. We'll get going again here. It looks like we are going to stay as the double file. Yeah, no,
I'd rather it be double file anyway myself. I caution or not, more exciting that way.
yeah, it definitely allows you to see kind of who gets the better jumps. I mean, we know who, but other options might get a better jump.
Yeah, I just think, a file just you're back in 10th place. You can't really do much in a file reach take
Yes.
up any spots. But if double file and you get a nice jump or something, your side goes a little faster.
And we'll have to see what ends up happening here. As we are going to go green right away. Israelson gets another good jump. Greenleaf almost had to jump out of the way there as it looked like Jocelyn tried to move down. Fortunately, Jocelyn sort of hung out on that outside. Greenleaf going to try and use that to try and get by him. It does look like we have a Roy Sprague had an issue in the back. Yeah, it's popping up on the timing thing saying there's a, but I think he went into the pit, so he's out of the way, so there's going to be there as Greenleaf does pull his way into P2. So he is going to hold on to that. Did have the fastest sector 2 so far with in that second half of a 9.5. So everybody there. Oh, he clipped the wall unfortunately and came like a rocket on the inside, just went ripping by him.
Goes.
And Israelson obviously he's way out in front now at this point, but we'll see who's able to hold on to this. Jocelyn, no, Greenleaf does slide down. A nice little switcheroo. It's on the inside as he is in the Oh, I just saw that in the back corner. Just off the back, I think that was Mingo? Someone got sent up into the wall, but apparently no caution on that, as we are 3 to go here. This little battle of brewing for P2.
The hot dogs on the front of us.
It is Martinsville. They are known for their hot dog.
Forgot about the hot dogs.
Yeah. I was reading up on it. Hot dogs one of the best as we are back onto the final lap here. And Israelson holding on to about 1.15 seconds as they make their way through the back half, coming out of turns 3 and 4. Israelson looks like he is going to comfortably take P1. Jocelyn's going to hold off Greenleaf for P2, and David Greenleaf will take P3 there. That's a little spicy. Got a little Jocelyn near the end.
Yeah, a little bit.
No pun intended.
The unfortunate one there was Danny Ware up there. Hope that should be.
Oh yeah, no. At the end, they love taps and all that are a thing.
Yeah, unfortunate for Danny Ware. Early in the race or late in the race he was up there and then got caught in that fortunate.
That's a quick way to end your day for sure. So unfortunately for him, didn't end the way he was hoping it would, but only so much you can do with that. But unfortunate. There's a couple of guys needed to sort of slot their way through, but now results should pop up pretty quick here, hopefully. All right. So as you can see here, so Joey Israelson does take P1, Adam Jocelyn in P2, David Greenleaf in P3, Rick Thompson Jr. takes P4, Justin Gallo in 5, Brian Conover in 6, Matt Mingo in 7, Cole Watts in 8, Dan DeSanto in 9, Ryan Neal in 10th, Thomas Brackett takes 11th, Ed Connolly in 12th, Roy Sprague in 11th there, Tyler Connolly, Connolly, there we go, in 14th, Gabriel Gooley in 15th, Corey Bubar in 16th, Tyler Jordan in 17th, and then Danny Ware in 18th there. Dustin Staples took P19. Ben Nile, Nathan Levitt, Arthur Jordan, Dustin Pickle, Matthew Venant, and unfortunately did not finish. And Christopher Forte did not start as he was the race director. Only two guys led the entire race. You had Joey Israelson and Danny Ware.
Really?
Only two that read any laps in that. So we will quickly hop in here with our third place finisher here, as he had a phenomenal run, even with that arrow damage at the end, was jostling it out with our Adam Jocelyn. But David Greenleaf, massive P3. How are we feeling with that one?
I wish we would have gotten to run some of the actual race. I'm usually fast here, but yeah, I got state police waiting on me, so we got to be quick.
All right, sounds good. Anyone you wanted to give a shout out to then?
I'd like to say hi to my grandpa and my buddy Logan. I know they're both watching, and shout out to my real sponsors, Primo Glass and Vape out of Brunswick.
Well, congratulations on P3. Hopefully, we'll catch you at the next one, and I'll let you go to get done what you need to get done.
Thank you, sir. Have a good one.
You too.
Bye.
Fake waiting?
I believe so, which I'm all good for. I need to get my
I'd
smoker
have been
back
in a
up and
hurry
running.
myself.
With that, we will bring in P2. So Adam Jocelyn, who had himself an absolutely phenomenal race, stayed out of trouble, kept everything pointed the right way, and comes away with a P2. Adam, how was that one for you?
Car was just really tight. Joey is the class of the field, and now it's just me and him are pretty much the two up top points racing. So it's just trying to keep him in check.
And and it's hard to keep him in check. He gets those great jumps. How was it trying to read where when he was gonna go? Is it a little tricky? Is there something you can find that you can kind of use for you to be able to out jump him, or is it just kind of a hope and pray?
This track, the leader, he's got a wicked advantage of whacking the throttle and knowing when it's going, because the guy behind tries to react and just spin the wheels. So he had a good advantage there being the leader.
Fair enough. Well, unfortunately for Danny Ware, he did get kind of taken out. Did you have a good view of that, or it looked like you were a little more concerned with David Greenleaf being behind you? He seemed to want to give you any space. How did you kind of deal with trying to go after Joey, but keeping an eye on David behind you?
Yeah, that was a balance. Joey, I wasn't going to catch him. I needed something to happen, and I thought him running that car over in front of him was going to get Neil well. David, he's fast, he's aggressive. It's just watch and don't get turned by him. If he got under me, just give him it. If I could hold on, I could hold on.
Fair enough. Well, you held on quite well. You were able to. He got by you at one point, and you were able to fight your way back and take over that nice P2. Was there anyone you wanted to give a shout out to before you go?
Yeah, Evan Bellier Esports, Proline Floors, Oxford County Homes, DNL Maine, Derek, Nealand Racing, Chris for putting the league on, and you guys for broadcasting.
Well, we appreciate that. We'll let you go. Have a great rest of your evening.
Thank you.
I will see you next week. All right, and with that, we will bring in our race winner for this wonderful Martinsville Speedway, Joey Israelson. How was that one for you? Seemed pretty smooth running for the most part.
Yeah, that was a lot of cautions. It was pretty smooth running. Definitely felt like I had the car to beat tonight. Don't really know what happened with Danny Weir. Ran him pretty clean, I thought.
Yeah,
Looked like he'll, yeah.
No, I had looked at the replay. I thought it was really clean when I watched it at first. It looks like you kind of just put a little bit of a nose to him. Nothing that was going to wreck him, but I think at the time he had his wheel turned, bumped him into that curbing and it punched him. Nothing more than racing it. It was unfortunate. He was having a good run. I think it was just
Yeah, he took tires early, so I knew I had the tire advantage on him. So I wasn't trying to force the issue at all. I peeked under him a couple times, and I thought I was there, or I thought I had good enough position where he wouldn't try a late block like that. But it is what it is, man.
Yeah, that's one of those things. Sometimes gotta make the decision. Know the guy's going to get around you. He's tire advantage. You know, don't put your car in jeopardy. Second, there likely.
Yeah, other than that, it was a good race. I got to thank everybody who helped me get here. Nate Levitt, John Studley, JSR, Boss Dog, Lakeside Graphics, Conley's Plumbing and Heating, my girlfriend, Ashlyn, JJ, the little fella. Yeah.
Well, fantastic. And I'm guessing we'll see you next weekend. So hopefully, best of luck with that one.
Yeah, I'll see if I can make it 3 in a row next week.
Sounds good. Well, congratulations once again. And hopefully, we'll see you next week.
Thanks.
All right. So that is our wonderful, wonderful race out of Martinsville. Very unfortunately, James was not with us. I know this is one of his favorites, so we will have to wait, and we'll hopefully hear all about it. We will be back with a continuation of these guys, the late model stock car on Thursday the 20th at South Boston. But there is also going to be on Sunday the Daytona 2500. 250 2500. That'd be a lap for you.
Yeah, 2,500.
100 laps around Daytona. We will see what happens with that one, and I haven't actually checked if we're going to be casting that one or not, but we will see on that. But anyways, anything left from yourself there, Jim, before we let everyone go?
It was good doing the race with you again this week. You seem to get through it okay. You know, we made it.
Yes, we did.
Good. I enjoy doing it, and I hope to come back and do some. Guys are fun to watch drive. I love track racing.
Perfect. Well, thanks for coming on by. Everyone who hung out in chat and watched the stream, thank you for hanging out. We will hopefully see you guys next week, and you never know, maybe we'll see you on the track sometime. Have yourselves a good one.